Welcome to Wrestling with Snipes. Today, we'll be reviewing Monday Night Raw for December 9th, 2024. Monday Night Raw kicks off with the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General Gunther. Gunther says, Finn, you now have my attention, and whether you deserve it or not, at Saturday night's main event, you get a shot at the World Heavyweight title. Then comes the Judgment Day. Finn says, I'm the only reason you're still the World Heavyweight Champion. At Survivor Series, you retain the title because of me, and at Saturday night's main event, you'll lose the title because of me. Gunther says, 8 years ago, you were the best in the world. You had all my respect. You were the first ever Universal Champion for one night. You were the best in the world. And right now, I'm the best in the world, and I'll be the best for years to come. Oh my. Finn, you are not on my level, and you never will be. The Judgment Day jump up on the apron, and out comes Damian Priest, who runs to the ring. Priest takes care of all 4 members of the Judgment Day, then Priest tosses Finn into the ring. Gunther then chops down Finn. Priest gets in the ring and he hits Finn with a super kick, but then turns around and Gunther hits him with a big clothesline. Do I smell a triple threat? Gunther then tosses Priest to the outside. Gunther grabs Priest, but Finn then hits Gunther with a sling blade. Finn then throws Gunther into the stairs and he tosses Priest into the ring. The Judgment Day gang up on Priest in the ring. Finn goes to the top and hits a coup de grace not once, not twice, but 3 times. Then Finn holds up the World Heavyweight Championship. We come back from break and we see the Judgment Day in the back when Adam Pearce approaches. Pearce says, I'm here out of courtesy for you, Finn, because the title match at Saturday night's main event has changed. It's gonna be Finn Balor versus Gunther versus Damian Priest in a triple threat match. Oh, I smelled that triple threat. The first contest of the evening is an 8-man tag with the Wyatt Six against The Miz and Final Testament. A brawl breaks out to start the match. The Wyatts clear the ring of the Final Testament. Then we come back from break and we see Gacy tag in Rowan. Rowan clotheslines The Miz. Rowan then clotheslines The Miz in the corner and then clotheslines Akam in the other corner. Then AOP hit a double powerbomb on Rowan. AOP slips to the outside and Gacy hits a suicide dive on AOP. Then Loomis dives from the top rope to the outside, taking out the Authors of Pain. Back in the ring, we see Scarlett tripping Uncle Howdy. Then she backs into the announce table, and then we see Nikki Cross. Up from behind, Scarlett looks terrified. She scurries away through the ring, turns around, and Cross hits her with a Luthez press. Then we see Howdy put the mandible claw on the Miz, but Paul Ellering shows up out of nowhere and throws salt in the eyes of Howdy. Then Cross enters the ring and hits the final prayer. 1, 2, 3, the Final Testament, and the Miz pick up the dub. Then we see Jackie Redmond in the back sitting down with the best in the world, CM Punk. Jackie asks Punk about the favor with Paul Heyman, but Punk says that's between me and Paul. Then she asks him about Seth Rollins, and he says, when it comes to Seth's hatred of me, I'm more confused than anyone. I don't hate Seth at all. Seth wants to be the best in the world. He wants to be on everyone's top 10 list. But I remember when he was at the top of the top 10 list to be fired from this place, and I shielded him from that. Everything he did when I was away, I did before him, and I did better than him. He did great when I was away, but the starter is back, so the second string has to take a seat. Oh my. The next match was Dakota Kai one-on-one with the Women's World Champion Liv Morgan. Dakota runs at Liv in the corner, but Liv throws her over the top. Dakota lands headfirst into the steel steps. Back in the ring, Liv hits a suplex, then out comes Pure Fusion Collective. We come back from break and we see Kai hitting a boot on Liv, who's sitting in the corner. Then Kai kicks Zoe Stark through the ropes. She turns around and Liv hits a codebreaker off the distraction. Then Liv hits the Oblivion. 1, 2, 3. Liv Morgan wins the non-title match. Then Pure Fusion Collective attack Kai after the match. Io and Kairi Sane run out to make the save. Io hits a dropkick on Stark and Sonya, sending them to the outside. Then Kairi Sane hits a crossbody from the top rope to the outside, taking out the PFC. Then Sky turns around and Liv hits her with the Oblivion. Liv Morgan then holds up the Women's World Championship. We go to the back and we see Seth walking to the ring, and behind him we see Adam Pearce talking to Tiffany Stratton. Is it Tiffy time on Monday night? Next we see Cody Rhodes shaking hands with Adam Pearce and then walks by the New Day. Cody says you two should be ashamed of yourself, and then the New Day keep walking. Next note, here comes Seth freaking Rollins. Seth says welcome to Monday Night Rollins. He says when Punk days are done in the ring, he'll have a career as a politician. Seth says he's a fraud, he's a con man. When CM Punk walked out the door 11 years ago, I called him. I texted him because I was a friend, and what did I get in return? Absolutely nothing. I got ghosted by CM Punk. And for the next 10 years, all CM Punk did was tear this company down. He's a fraud, and everything he did, I did twice, and I did something he'll never do, and that's main event WrestleMania. Then out comes Sami Zayn. Sami says, it was wrong of me to assume you were the one that dropped Jey Uso last week. I was wrong about that, and I'm sorry. Sami says, this thing with you and CM Punk brings out the worst in you. You deal with CM Punk any way you need to. Seth says, thank you, Sami. Sami then asks Seth, are we good? And Seth says, oh yeah, we're good. And then he leaves the ring. Sami says, I've already spoken to Adam Pearce, and this Drew McIntyre thing has got to end, and it will end because that's Saturday night's main event. Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. Drew, I'll see you Saturday. As Sami is walking back up the aisle, he's attacked by Drew McIntyre. Drew rains down some right hands, and then the crew comes to break it up. The next match is a triple threat quarterfinal match for the Intercontinental Championship tournament with Zelina Vega, Ivy Nile, and Lyra Valkyria. Zelina dropkicks Ivy out of the ring to start the match. Zelina then hits a 619 on Valkyria, but before she can go for the frog splash, Ivy pulls her off the apron, heading her head onto the apron. Nile then hits a power slam on Valkyria. We come back from break and Valkyria hits a tornado DDT, but then Zelina hits a swanton bomb, breaking up the count. Zelina then hits a meteor for the second rope for a 2 count. Then we see a double German suplex. Valkyria then hits the Nightwing. 1, 2, 3. Lyra Valkyria moves on to the semi-finals. After the break, we see the New Day come out, and Woods has confiscated a camera from the cameraman. They get in the ring, and every time they try to speak, the crowd overpowers them with boos. They're getting the Dirty Dominic treatment, so the New Day just leaves. Then it was time for the main event of the evening, as anything goes between Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez. Rhea runs up to Raquel and the brawl starts at the entryway. They battle through the crowd and Rhea throws Raquel over the barricade into the ringside, and the bell rings to start the match. Rhea throws a garbage can at Raquel. Rhea pushes Raquel into the ring, and the ring is full of weapons. Rhea hits a missile dropkick from the top rope. They battle to the outside, and Raquel hits a fall-away slam onto the announce table, and Rhea's down. We come back from commercial break, and Rhea drop kicks a chair into Raquel's face. Rhea was gonna go for a riptide, but Liv Morgan shows up and jumps up on the apron. Then Rhea pulls Liv into the ring and smashes her. Raquel then boots Rhea in the face and slams her onto the stairs, but only gets a 2 count. Liv then hits Rhea with an Oblivion, but out of nowhere Io Sky shows up and leaps on the ropes and hits her with a missile dropkick, followed by a suicide dive. Then back in the ring, Rhea Ripley hits a riptide through a table. 1, 2, 3. Rhea Ripley wins. Anything goes. And the show ends with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky having a tug of war over the Women's World Championship belt.